stay true to yourself. I never try to be like anything else. I always stay true to what like I like, and I pushed it to the max, and like now is where I'm seeing results.
Ever wonder how top DJs actually built their careers?
I had to do 15 years of hard work to get any of the recognition that I wanted.
Where I saw a turning point in my career is when I became true to myself.
From marketing and mindset to networking and negotiation, I'm giving you the tools you need to build a lasting career in dance music.
Give them bits of you and your everyday life.
You have to change the way you view the word no. Like me, I'm encouraged by it.
Join me, Olivia Mancuso, and industry leaders as we reveal what it really takes to turn your passion into profit. This is Elevated Frequencies. Welcome to your weekly elevation, your dose of real strategies for real results in dance music. I'm Olivia, and today we are talking about something that hits close to home for me, because one of the biggest critiques I get about my content is that I focus too much on marketing and not enough on music. And trust me, I get it. And here's what I've learned from artists like today's guest, Slugg. The music has to come first. I know that. It's not marketing or music, it's music, then marketing. The music is your fuel. It's what creates genuine community that you can then connect with and help others discover. Without that authentic musical foundation, all the marketing strategies in the world won't build you a lasting career. Today's conversation with Slugg perfectly illustrates this, from his music-first philosophy when signing artists to how staying true to his sound eventually led to those breakthrough moments we all dream about. It's awesome. You're here in Chicago.
Yeah.
You're playing Arc at the Lake. This is your second time working with the Arc brand, right?
Correct. Yes,
Yeah.
second time. First time was in Miami for Music Week this past year.
Yeah. So tell me about it. Are you excited?
It was cool. It was cool. The boat party was sick. Shout out to the P&K boys. They're the one. They put me on the lineup. They had the second stage on that boat while Ranger and Sydney were upstairs.
Yeah.
Super sick. Always playing with the Pink boys. It's always nice. P&K.
Yeah, they're going to be here for ARC too.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
they're throwing a party
Mm-hmm.
here, and I just learned I feel like, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 28. Turning 29 next week.
Ooh, happy almost birthday.
Thank you.
So I'm 33, and I, for whatever reason, feel like that's so much older. Like once you hit your 30s, you are slow to be hip to like what's going on.
Right.
So like the lore behind it's PNK, Pink Minimal.
P&K.
PNK, right. Yeah. Like I just recently learned about that, and it's very cool, but I feel very old.
No,
like
that's fine. I'm just around them. I'm based in Miami, and so are they. So like, I got to meet them through that and whatnot. I've released on their label and whatnot. They're super cool guys.
Yeah, and I want to get into talking about, Get Busy and all your other brands. But first, I always find it interesting dissecting the differences between like Chicago DJs, New York DJs, and Miami DJs, because we all have, like, I'm not fucking DJ, but you guys all have your very specific culture.
Right.
So what's it like? Like, can you kind of categorize the difference between Chicago and Miami?
Shoot, I don't know. I mean, I could definitely speak up for Miami. I feel like Miami definitely has a lot of like Latin influence into it.
Of course.
Which I feel like is pretty like already known.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of Latin influences into it, but I guess you could say the same thing about New York, because New York was very like Puerto Rican kind of style. Like even the house music I started there, I feel like was very Puerto Rican influence and whatnot.
Does it change anything about how you play, like when you're in Chicago?
Yes. So when I played the House Calls show, I believe last year, almost a year ago in November, I think it was, I opened up for Todd Terry. So like, I always tend to like go to my shows and like show off my sound and what I like to showcase. But I was opening up for a legend like Todd Terry. So I was like, towards that end, like I remember like playing like more like Jack and House and like more kind of like that style. And it's Chicago, why not? Like, you have to play some type of house music.
Yeah. And what I've heard from a lot of artists who come through here is that, and maybe you agree, I don't know, you tell me, Chicago's a more educated audience. And I think that is somewhat of an advantage, because I feel like they're more open to just seeing DJs do their thing. Like, we don't expect like the same cookie cutter set every time we go.
You know what? From the experience I've had been playing here, I could somewhat agree. I also think the crowds here are just here to party. Like they're ready to dance. They're ready to have fun no matter who's on stage, That's just kind of like the vibe I've gotten every time I've played here, for sure.
Yeah. So take me back to the beginning. When did you start DJing?
Shoot, this goes way back. I picked it up probably when I was about like 14, 15 maybe.
And You're from Orlando though, right?
No, I'm from Miami.
You're from Miami.
Born and raised in Miami. When I turned 20, I moved to Orlando.
Okay.
I lived there for about 8 years.
Okay.
That's kind of where I started the whole Slugg project.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
But I'm assuming you took a lot of your Miami influence.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was
there.
when I was in high school, from like the 8th grade to like my senior year in high school. That's when I got really into electronic music, and it wasn't just house music. I was really into progressive house, very early like Swedish house, very early like laid back Luke, that kind of stuff. I even went into like a dubstep phase and whatnot. But I feel like
who didn't?
Right. It's like you like
yeah.
electronic music, you go through your phases. But it was essentially right around like sophomore year when I kind of like started. Was like, oh shit, what is this? Can I curse?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Everyone asks me that.
Like,
of course you can.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah, just get them all out right now.
Right. Right around like sophomore year is when I found like tech house, like what tech house was. And obviously tech house has changed progressively from then to what it is now, especially here in the United States. But yeah, that's kind of like the progression. I kind of went through all those genres. And throughout those genres, that's when I picked up FL Studio and I started learning how to make music on a computer.
So you brought it back to Miami because that's where you are now. You brought it back to Miami. Walk me through moving back to Miami, being a DJ in a city where there's a lot more competition than I would assume in Orlando.
Yeah. It was honestly easy because I feel like I already had made my name credible enough. And me being from Miami, like in between the time that I moved to Miami and whatnot, I would play in Miami shows. I played at like 1-800-Lucky. I used to play this spot called Chico Malo, which is like a group from down there. They would do like a lot of like Latin tech kind of parties. So like I was getting booked, and the reason I was getting booked too is because I'm from there. So a lot of those people throwing those parties, they knew me because I already was from there.
Yeah.
So while I was doing my thing in Orlando, they kind of started taking notice, and then like they'd bring me down. So by the time I got to moving down to Miami, which was almost a year ago now, my name was already floating around. And at that point I was already working with the space team.
Got it.
So they were starting to bring me around. Shout out Miss Mata. I know you had her. She's fucking the goat.
She's just such an amazing person.
She's awesome.
And so low key about everything and so talented, and it's
100%.
like it's incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, so I really want to dig into your various businesses because you have Get Busy, you have Lisa's Kickback.
Right.
Tell me what they are for starters.
So I'll start with my baby, Get Busy. That one I could truly say is mine. Lisa's more like a partnership, but Get Busy's mine and my partner Leo. He was supposed to be here, but he's gonna meet us up later. It was. This is my best friend. I grew up with him. I've known him since the 4th grade. We kind of grew up together, and that's when we kind of fell in love with electronic music, and we just kind of stayed niche to that. We taught each other how to DJ. We taught each other how to produce music. He's actually a phenomenal producer, but he kind of like let me kind of like have the shine. As we grew older, he kind of like stuck to like the backside stuff. We ended up moving to Orlando together. We lived together for like 4 years, along with other roommates. And during that time, it was just very like, what do we want to do? We've always had a dream of like throwing parties and like doing this and that. And then one day, I believe he came up with the name, and like he kind of just said it, and I was like, whoa. I was like, like when you say something and just kind of like, it's like a goosebump feeling, like it's like a hit. So that was basically kind of like the start of it. And that's when I kind of started signing to songs, to labels and whatnot. So at that time, we kind of got an idea of like what that process is like. And yeah, that was kind of like the birth of it. We had our first release, I want to say in 22. We were actually at Okeechobee Festival, which I played that year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And we had our first release, and we even celebrated there and whatnot. So yeah, it's been since then, we've been kind of just pushing for it.
Because this show is, celebrates entrepreneurism, a lot of the artists that I have labels or some sort of party series or something that they're doing that's like building their own platform. Why did you decide that was important for your career long term? I think the idea between him and me and Leo was we grew up watching like the Corollas, the Jamie Jones, Capriati now has his party now, but like we always saw that they always had something attached to their solo career. So just that idea of me starting my solo career, I feel like it was good to start that early on, like let it grow with me growing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, I think it's just very important, especially in like this generation of DJs that are coming in. Like I feel like you need to have that, because like just being a DJ, I feel like isn't like gonna cut it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot that goes into it other than just getting on stage and playing some music, Yeah. I mean, Jamie Jones is a perfect example. Right. And I know you you were just with him in Ibiza, right?
Yes, I played Paradise.
That's so cool.
Dude,
I mean, that's like
cried.
the OG. You cried?
Yeah, it's a dream come true for me. I mean, like I said, I've known about Jamie. I've known about Hot Creations, everything Paradise for years. I've been going to those parties in Miami for music weeks and stuff like that. Yeah, it was always a dream. And when I got that call, and I believe we got the hit up on February, I literally was on the phone with my manager and like a few others. We were all in a group call. And I was at my cousin's office down in Miami, and I literally ran outside and started running in circles, like literally like crying, like just like, yo, fuck yeah, like dude, that was a dream come true. Universe is a crazy club. That was insane. I know it's their first year open, but like anyone that goes, please go. That shit was sick as fuck.
Looking at the videos though gives me anxiety.
No,
just
you know
how
what?
many people.
Right. No, it's definitely. I think the cap is like 8,000 or something in that main room, which is obviously huge. Plus, they have 2 other rooms, and God knows what other little rooms they have in that club. Yeah, it's not as bad as it looks in the videos. I will say that because I hung out in like the main stage, and like it was packed. Like I'm talking about, you look back and forth, like people everywhere.
Yeah.
But there was still space, you know. I think the videos kind of like make it seem like you're at a festival, but no, there's still space. I will say that. From my experience, like it wasn't as bad as like it looks like on videos.
Yeah. Okay, that's
still
good
a shit ton of people though. Like,
going back to me being old, and I'm not old, but like I'm starting to, it's a little much for me.
Yeah.
Like all those people. But I know, I mean, as an artist, it's got to be an incredible experience to see that many people there for you.
Yeah. I ended up playing 2 sets that day. I got booked to play the Wild Comment. I believe that the room's called, it's the bathroom in the club. I got to open that room, which was sick. It was sick to see like how many people like were there early enough to like catch me play.
Yeah.
Whether they knew I was playing or they were just stumbling across to like watch. But a lot of people stayed, and it was a cool feeling. Obviously, me not being from over there first time. Second time in Ibiza. So that was cool. And then a couple of days before the gig, they had or I think the day of the gig, they hit my manager and they're like, hey, would he be interested in closing the bunker, which is another room they have there. And like, of course, I was like, I'm not going to say no to that. Right. So I got to play 3 hours, which was cool because it was 2 different sets. Like in the first set, I was playing very opening, I was playing the room and like, I got to play some of my sound, but it was very like, like a very educated kind of like set, you got to set the room up. I feel like a lot of DJs need to like learn how to do that and whatnot when they start off at night and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I've been learning myself. I'm not saying I'm a pro or anything at that, but it's important to know that.
Yeah, you got to put yourself in a different headspace.
Right,
you
right.
can't
100%.
You can't do all the things that you want to do.
The cool thing is that towards the end of it, I did get to play some of my music, obviously, I think, which is important as me being an artist / DJ. But yeah, when we got to the second room, I was like already like, a little loose. I was like, dude, I'm basically headlining the room. So like it was fun and it was packed too. Like even like I was competing with Jamie basically that night. I think he was going back to back with Seth Troxler. So like even then, like I was excited to play, but I was like, oh, people are gonna like want to go over there. But no, it was packed. It was sick.
Well, that's just a testament to the lineups that he curates. Like people know they're gonna have a good time no matter where they are. Right. Okay, so back to your business ventures. I love that you cited Jamie and Corolla, and I mean because it's so true. Like you can't live off touring forever. Your body will shut down. Like
I feel like you're shutting down now.
Don't say that yet.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, but it's so true. Like that can't be your only means of revenue for the rest of your life.
Correct.
And whether it is like building a party, a label, whatever, like or just investing in fucking Bitcoin. I don't know. Like you have to have something else.
Yeah.
What have you learned about business since starting all of this?
Patience. Patience to learn. Patience to just sit there and learn from mistakes. I have a great team behind me as well, so like I get a lot of help. Yeah. We just hired my friend Jules, or me and Leo's friend Jules, and she's been helping out a lot on like the logistics side. We brought her on because it got to a point where obviously I'm touring a lot and whatnot. So like just me and Leo like is kind of a lot. Right. So she's helping out a lot, and I love her so much for that. I hope she sees this.
Shout out Jules.
Yeah, I think she's gonna be here later too as well.
That's awesome.
So she's helping a lot on that aspect. So like I've been like like kind of like letting him like steer the boat a little bit. I trust him so much with it. So it's cool to see
That's
that.
huge.
Yeah, no, for sure. 100%.
Trust in party. Oh my God, dude, it's huge. Of course. Okay, you said mistakes. Do you care to, because the majority of people who listen to the show are artists trying to build their own brand, build their own career. So everything is a learning opportunity. When you said mistakes, what are the things you've learned?
Maybe one thing that like I kind of learned in the beginning was putting as much care into like these artists that we're signing, as much care as I put into my music. So maybe in the beginning it was very hard for us to get like promotion out and whatnot. And we felt like maybe some of the first artists got neglected in a way because like we didn't push their music hard enough. Like compared to like when I have released, I try to promote. So it's like those little mistakes like that, like we've learned to tweak, and now we have like distribution and like publishing and whatnot to like help out that. So maybe that's like one thing that like kind of like pops in my head right now. Like
because you have to wear a different hat. Like you're not Slugg the artist. You're the business owner.
Correct. Yeah. So things like that is like we've learned along the way, and like a lot of communication things like between the team. Yeah, for sure. Communication's everything, you know. So
the longer I work in this industry, which is not very long, but the more I realize that so many teams, even the ones at the top, are like bootstrapping everything. Everything is scrappy. Yeah. Like it really, that's just the entertainment industry. Like you think that there's like massive teams behind, Arc Music Festival, for example, and it's like 6 of them. Right. Like putting on that fucking massive festival. Yeah. And that made me feel better as I'm building my own businesses, because I'm like, okay, like you think these people have it all figured out. Maybe Jamie Jones is the exception. He really seems to have it dialed in.
You probably got like a team of 30.
Yeah, I know. He's really dialed in. But I think it makes it more approachable and less scary for people who want to build brands. Like, we're all still figuring it out.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm still figuring it out. I'm not saying like we have it figured out, but we've definitely, I feel like we've gotten to a point where it's like, okay, now we're like in a good rhythm and like we know what we're doing. Obviously there's going to be a lot more learning to learn. You know?
So I remember just here, Miami Music Week, like I always overshoot what I actually, like I think I can do so much, and then I miss half of the parties because
there's so
sleeping. Much. Yeah. But your party, I'm not sure, how many did you do?
We just did one event.
Was it a Get Busy event?
It was a Get Busy, and we did a Slugg versus everyone.
Yeah, everyone asked me, like, did you hear about this? Did you hear about that? So what was it about your parties and the events that you are curating that make them so special? Because I'm not kidding, like everybody talked to me about this party.
Damn, I don't know. That brings a smile to my face, though. That's cool. It's a cool feeling.
Reputation precedes you.
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that, if I'm being honest with you.
You said it in a past interview that I saw that it's like good music first. Like,
100%.
What are the principles of like when you're throwing an event? Like, what do you care about the most?
The music. I mean, I think the music is the most important. Like, I care. I'd rather put on a DJ that has like 20 followers that plays better than a guy that has like 20,000. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. To me, music is everything. Like, if the music sounds good, and that's something me and my partner like we don't care who you are, what you do. Like, if it makes me and my partner move, like, we're fucking signing it. You know what I'm saying? Or we're gonna like put you on some way or one way or another. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's just what we focus on mostly. You know, just finding like good danceable music, I guess you could say.
Yeah. I had a friend who's a fantastic producer, and is signed to some pretty good labels, messaged me the other day, and he's like, oh, look at this feedback that I got. They said, track is really good, but the thing is we don't really sign artists with less than 10,000 followers.
That's insane. That's literally insane to me. Yeah. Because like that, to me, I feel like that like kind of lowers like someone's self-esteem, or like kind of like makes them like feel little, which
that's what I asked. I said, how do you feel about that? Yeah, like he's pretty thick-skinned, and he knows he doesn't give a shit about social media. Like, he's just one of those people. He's like, if it happens, it happens.
Right.
But yeah, that was, to see that in black and white.
That's
I was
crazy.
Like, that people aren't lying about that.
Right. Well, damn, that sucks.
Yeah,
That's, like, it's shitty, not for him, but like for like the label, or like for them to say that. I feel like it's just like now they're in it for like the wrong reasons, They're like, it almost seems like it's like for the money, or like just like.
Well, do you see? I mean, like playing devil's advocate. I see the value. If you have a social media following, I'm not saying hundreds of thousands of followers, but if you have a social media following of a couple thousand, whatever, and the audience is engaged, they like all your stuff, they're eager, like there is value in that, because that shows that you know how to build a community. But I think engagement matters so much more than followers, right? Like if you have like 10,000 followers that comment on all your stuff, are eager about your next show, like they're dialed in, that's where I see the value, not 100,000 followers and it's just like,
There's actually a page I came across on Instagram. I don't remember what the page is called, but like they're calling out like these big DJs that have like fake followers.
I saw that.
Insane, just putting their business out like that. Which is cool to have someone like doing that, like, cause like it kind of shows you like a side of the industry that like, it gets like overlooked, I feel like.
Yeah.
You know, and like most of those artists are getting booked like every weekend, everywhere. And it's just like, damn, like.
At what point though do you think like I mean, because people say fake it till you make it. So they bought the fake followers, which brought in and tricked into bringing more people. But I don't think you can really get away with the fake followers. Like if you wanted to do that today in 2025, buy a bundle of fake followers. Like Instagram's like they're hip to it now, where like they're not gonna.
I think they spam it, like it's like a flag. It's like they flag it, and they'll delete and whatnot.
So I just don't think that's like, unless you also have money to buy your way into certain events where you can DJ, which is a thing. Like people can buy their way onto any lineup, not any, but so yeah, I think it is harder today to get away with those things. I think consumers are just more educated about what's going on. And especially in tech house, like people really want to be in the know about who's like more underground, like who's actually doing cool shit.
Right. I feel like now it's turning into that for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe not in the past years, but like I feel like it's becoming more of a trend to like find like the next little artist.
Right.
To bring them up with them. Which also I feel like that's kind of like what me and Leo also do.
Yeah.
Like it kind of like ties to what I'm saying. Like I'd rather see like the young one or like the one with the small following and see like what they could do,
Right. Yeah. So, okay, so you have Get Busy, and then what's Lisa's Kickback?
So Lisa's Kickback is, I'm a part of it. I'm part of the label, but it is ran mostly by Fernie, my friend Fernie, my good friend, almost a mentor, Fernie, and my cousin Chris, which is Lousy Lover. I don't know if you've heard the name. He's been DJing in Miami a lot with the Lisa brand and whatnot. They started, but I'm part of it. I guess you could say I'm a resident DJ from that label for sure.
Cool. That's got to be fulfilling to be part of, and I can relate too with like a couple of different things that I'm part, like just having that many projects to fill your schedule and to develop and, get those little wins when you see people reacting well to a release or like enjoy a party. Like I think that's so important rather than just like hoping and waiting you get booked. Because it's like when you create opportunities for others and you're part of these things.
Oh, it's beautiful for sure. Yeah. I mean, I believe our first Get Busy party, it was in Orlando, and I got to put on like my first 2 releases, and these were locals, you know what I'm saying? So like it's cool to like bring like my image of what my label is, to bring these guys into like that, to play these parties when like they don't get the opportunities to do it elsewhere.
I feel like you have a lot of attention on you right now, and you're kind of at this like this literally there's lights, cameras, like 10 people in the room. But you're kind of at like this boiling point. How do you feel? Like, do you kind of like feel the momentum?
I do. I definitely do. I could honestly say it's overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially sometimes I wake up and like I'll see messages, and like they're nice messages. I'm not saying like I don't think I've ever gotten hate, which I feel like is a bad thing. I feel like need some haters out there.
I just was talking about that.
If you're out there, like let me go for some hate on me.
Yeah, I know. No, it's good. It's engagement. It's fuel.
Right. Yeah, but like it's cool. Sometimes I wake up to these messages and I'll like screenshot them to like my girlfriend, and she's like, "Yo, look at this kid. Like there's this kid. I'm sure he'll see this. He messaged me. He's like, "Oh, I'm going to your space show. I'm coming all the way from Alaska." And I was like, "What?" Like I would have, you know what I'm saying? Like not in a million years would I think someone would travel even from that far just to come see me play. And I hope he had a great time. I didn't get to message him back, but I saw the message, it was super, super cool.
That's so cool.
So like seeing that, and I've been getting a lot more of those like recently. So it's a little overwhelming, but it's also like, like I worked for this. Like it's a good feeling. It's definitely a good feeling.
Yeah.
It's a lot to take in sometimes, and I feel like I have like imposter syndrome all the time.
Like
they know it. Yeah. Like I'm always like, am I really doing this?
Yeah, this is when it comes up. This is the time. So do you do anything to like stay grounded when you're overwhelmed by all that feedback?
No, I have a lot of good people around me, and like when I get overwhelmed and I need to talk to someone, I will talk to someone. I'll speak I'll voice myself.
Yeah.
For sure. Because like sometimes like, hey, like am I doing this right? And they'll be like, yeah, like dude, you're good.
Yeah.
Like, like little things like that. I just have a lot of cool people around me, and I think that's a key to like somewhat like an artist success. You need a good team, and you need like good friends around you, and people that will uplift you, and maybe in down times and whatnot.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I said this in an earlier interview today, or I don't know, maybe yesterday, but advice that I heard once was that the best time to stay humble is when things are going well.
Yeah.
Because life is cyclical, and there's for every up, there's an inverse. Mm-hmm. And so like, I can relate, like when things are going really well and it's overwhelming, it's like, that's when I'm reminded to stay grounded.
Right.
Because you never, like I told you before we started this, my studio flooded. Like I was on a high. I had just opened my studio.
I remember seeing you post about that.
Yeah, it was like 6 weeks prior,
yeah.
and then it all flooded. And I'm like, and I actually was okay, because I I don't know. That's just from going through some ups and downs in life and like having being older, like getting older or whatever. But yeah, it's got to be a great feeling to just wake up and see those messages. If I might give a suggestion, I have a folder that I keep in my phone called Nice Words, and I just screenshot all the nice messages, and it's like I
open
save
it every now and then, like
just to like save it for later.
So I used to do something similar when I first started like putting out music and whatnot. I used like when I first started getting hit up by like these bigger artists that I would look up to, I'd have a folder on my phone and just screenshot that moment.
Yep.
So like maybe I haven't looked at that folder in a while, so maybe when I leave here I'll like just look at it and see who like was hitting me up at that time.
Yeah.
Because I remember that feeling being amazing. Like I would look up to these people and they were like in my DMs, you know.
Yeah.
It was an awesome feeling. It was very motivating to do what I'm doing.
For sure.
Now.
And when you, like need a reminder when you, because like this industry moves so fast, social media feels like it moves even faster, and you see what other people are doing. You're like, shit, I gotta, get there. Like that helps remind me like, okay, no, like, what I'm doing has impact, whatever.
For sure.
So before we wrap up, tell me what you have coming up that you're excited about.
What I have coming up? My August is insane. Low-key, it's probably one of my busiest months. I'm throwing this weekend for my birthday. Actually, Floyd gave me the opportunity to throw a little party with like Slugg and friends.
Amazing.
I have my tour manager on the lineup and everything. We're gonna have
awesome.
we're gonna have a blast.
That's
Yeah. He dabbles every now and then, but we're gonna have fun. I have James Weiler on there. I don't know if you're familiar with James.
Yeah, very.
Super talented.
Yeah.
We just actually released an EP from him on Get Busy as well.
That's
doing
awesome.
great. Yeah, he's sick. And one of my good friends, Rage, as well, which is his artist as well.
Very cool.
Super sick artist. If you need to check out his music, please do. He's phenomenal DJ
I absolutely
and artist for sure.
I will.
What else do I have this month? I have a bunch of stuff, dude. Honestly, I go to California tomorrow. I play 2 shows. I play Costa Mesa. And then on Sunday, I play a day trip Insomniac. Pop-up. It's supposed to be a secret, but I guess by the time this video comes out.
By the time this comes out, it will have happened.
Yeah, for sure. So a lot of cool like stuff like that, like a lot of like bigger shows now. A lot of stuff I'm grateful for that I used to dream about when I was just starting out.
Yeah, and for people watching your journey and want to follow the same trajectory, what would you tell that artist?
Stay true to yourself. I think that's the first thing that pops into my mind because I never try to be like anything else. I always stay true to what like I like, and I pushed it to the max, and like now is where I'm seeing results.
So thanks for making time to
no,
stop
for
by
sure.
the studio.
Yeah, I'll do it again.
Awesome. That is your weekly elevation. Slugg's reminder to stay true to yourself couldn't be more timely. The music comes first. Everything else follows. And speaking of community, quick reminder that Chicago Music Nexus tickets are moving fast, and we just announced all our pre-party details, including a contest to win the opening DJ slot, plus a bunch of other incredible prizes. All the info is in the show notes, but don't sleep on this one. We have limited capacity, and this event does sell out. Remember, success in dance music isn't about luck, it's about strategy. I will talk to you next week.